This is What School Didn't Teach Me, a podcast meant to build community on all the things school doesn't prepare you for. Hi, I'm your host, Jasmine Kiamber, and class is in session. Hello, classmates. Welcome back to another episode of What School Didn't Teach Me. It's your host, Jasmine Kiamber, and I just feel so euphoric. I feel so excited, so happy that you, the classmates, have come to join me in the classroom, but also that we have a guest. Y'all know when we have a guest, we have to be on our best behavior. And y'all know that the theme for this season is to invest in ourselves. And this month, we're focusing on a bunch of different things that we can do to just take better care of ourselves, how we can take care of ourselves financially. We've been talking about how we can take care of ourselves emotionally, but today we're going to talk about how we can take care of our skin. Okay, y'all know black don't crack unless it do crack. Okay, and we just want to make sure that our black skin doesn't crack. So, Alyssa, thank you so much for being in here in the building. If you
Thank you
don't
for
know,
having
well,
me.
let me do the formal introduction. Alisa, you've known me since I was like 15.
15, yes, before you were legal, for sure.
yes. I was about 15 or 16 when I met Alisa, and
Yes.
she has been such an encouraging part of my life, especially when I was a
Aww.
teen. She is the CEO of Elite Glow Lab, and let me tell
Yes,
you, okay, her job is to make you look good and feel good, and she does just
absolutely.
that. Elite Glow Labs is here in LA, so if you're looking for somebody to do your wax, if you're looking for somebody to do your facials, she is the one. Okay, she's done my facials for years. I mean, I need to make my
Absolutely.
appointment. It's been too long. She has done my facials for years, and when I tell you I don't have any problems with acne. I don't have any problems with scarring, sting. I don't have those problems. You know why? Because I have Alyssa. Okay,
There we
so
go.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for the service you've been giving me for years, and for just being here with
Absolutely.
us.
Thank you for having me, and thank you to yourself for doing what? Investing in yourself.
Okay, I love that. At least you've obviously done some serious investments in yourself. You have your own business, and your business is to make people feel more confident in themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. How did
Like you
you?
said, one of the biggest investments you'll make is in yourself, 100%. It should be
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. It should. It should. How did you get into? And I don't want to say it wrong. You're an esthetician.
Yep.
How did you get into that line of work? How did you decide this is what I like to do? This is what I want to do for however long you do it, the rest of your life or a
Absolutely.
season?
Um, well, I've been an esthetician for almost 5 years now. This
Wow.
August is going to make it 5 years.
Oh
And
wow.
I like to say that God's time and God's plan, because it was not on my radar. It wasn't something that I like sat back, worked up for, and then went into it. The opportunity literally fell in my lap. And what I mean by that is I was a corporate girl, working in corporate and working my 9 to 5. And a particular company that I was working for, unfortunately, went under. They did not survive as a company, as a whole, and they laid off a good 80 to 90% of their staff. So literally went into work one Monday morning, got called into the kitchen of the office, and one big group meeting, they start letting people go one group at a time. Here's your severance pay, here's your reference letter, here's your, this is it, your unemployment, this is what you turn in. Yes. So I got everything that morning, and it was like, that's it. So what I can say is God is good, because they were generous with their severance.
Okay.
And that right there is what helped me to make the decision to invest in myself and to kickstart my own journey as an entrepreneur.
Wow. Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I know, right?
Okay. Okay, so you say it wasn't on your radar, but then you leave one job, you leave one situation, and then this is what you get into. How did that happen? Like how did
I
it
was
become on your radar?
it got on my radar. Well, okay, so let me just a little bit more in-depth background. So when I really first started like my working career, I started off as a shampoo girl in a hair salon
Okay.
at the age of 12 years old. And then I went on to, I believe I was still in high school, and I worked at Cold Stone Creamery for a little bit, and I worked for a Black owner. And seeing a Black owner of Cold Stone Creamery, I knew then, like, I want to be a boss, right? I never knew what that looked like, but I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, he drove a nice car. He was really cool. He had mostly Black staff, and it was just a really nice environment to work in. So it was like, I want to do this. This is what I'm going to do. So it was planted in me early on that I wanted to be a boss, but I didn't know that it would show up this way. But I chose esthetician school because I was into eyelash extensions. And I knew after doing some research that I needed a license. The certification wasn't enough. If I wanted to open a business and go hard and do me, I needed a license. So I did just that, looked up schools, started my journey as an esthetician student. And as I practiced and got into school, that's when I fell in love with skincare and body waxing. So that kind of opened the doors to other avenues for me that I practice now. And yes, that the school experience itself just kind of brought me full circle, and it just let me know, like, anything's possible. You can own these crafts and make it happen, and I've been doing so far. So God is good. I didn't know I had it in me, to be honest, but I just so happen to be good at it, and they like me.
I'm like, you're a boss. Like, there's nothing else to say than you are a boss. Like,
I am appreciative. Thank you.
And you still do eyelashes?
Yes, I do. I do offer eyelash extensions as well. That is on the menu. Yes, certified, licensed, and all the above. Okay.
Okay, y'all.
Yes.
I know she's a one-stop shop. Okay, make sure
I'm just trying to tell you, God bless me. Okay, so I can be a blessing. That's all. I just want to be the blessing that you need. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So I know skincare has become a really, really big part of mental health, self-care, especially within the last, I want to say, about 5 years.
I would say so as well. Definitely in the last 5 years or so, maybe even 4. But it's a very recent but popular trend now. Absolutely.
Yeah, and part of me wants to ask, like, how do you feel about that as somebody who has a passion for skincare, to see more people prioritize it, to see more people, like, I don't want to use the word invest because I feel like I say it so much, but like, people invest financially. They spend their time doing it. They now take their time to take care of their skin. How does that make you feel as an esthetician?
To be honest, I feel like it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing only because with it being so new, skincare is not new, but it's new to a lot of our cultures, right? It's new to our radar. And it's a wonderful thing because one of the things I preach to my clients is that prevention is better than correction, right?
Yes.
So if we can start off on a good foot and taking care of ourselves earlier on, we can prevent some of the skincare issues or just maybe even self-confidence issues that will arise in the future simply off not taking care of yourself. So it's a good thing. Anything to make you feel better. When you look good, you feel good. So if you could go out into the world your best self because you feel good, that's a great thing.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yes.
Do you feel like, okay, I recently heard, this is not off of any of the questions that I sent, but I recently heard someone say that as it relates to skincare and like people taking care of themselves, like, a lot of people are not necessarily trying to look younger. They are just trying to, like you said, prevention is better than correction. They're trying to maintain that health. They're trying to keep themselves healthy. Would you agree, or do you feel like, okay, no, people are trying to correct previous problems?
It depends on the person. That's a case by case. It depends on the person. It could be correction. And then it could be, people, like you said, it's a trend. So people just want to make sure they're looking their absolute best selves at all times. So we do have people who just want to prevent. But then we have to consider the people who are acneic and dealing with concerns of acne, hyperpigmentation, and different things of that sort. So rosacea, that's genetics. Some of it's genetics. A lot of the times it's what you eat. So it is a case-by-case thing, but regardless of however you find your way into the road, I think it's a healthy road to be on.
Yeah.
If you're trying to correct sooner than later, get started on that journey sooner, because the older you get, the more difficult it is to go and correct some of those, and then you'll need um, more expensive advanced treatments the longer you
Yeah.
let those issues and problems sit on your skin. So sooner is better, but no matter what gets you on that road, get there. It's not gonna
Okay.
hurt. It can't.
Yeah. So what does it look like for us to get on the road? Like I know, we were taught when we were younger, every morning you gotta wash your face, brush your teeth, put some moisturizer on your face so you're not ashy.
Right.
Nowadays everybody is bigger on sunscreen. So it's like wear your
Yes.
sunscreen every day. What does
Yes.
it look like to really have an effective, I know you have to know your body, of course, but what does it look like
Right.
to have an effective skin routine?
Absolutely. And it's so funny that you mentioned that, because like you said, growing up, it's wash your face, brush your teeth, right? But there was never a conversation of what washing your face looks like. You literally just grab a towel, you wet it, and make sure it's warm or cold, whatever you need, right? And you wipe that crust out your eye, put a little
Yeah.
Vaseline, shea butter, baby oil, whatever the case may be. You're moisturized, you're fine. So literally just that simple. But that is not enough. And unfortunately, for those of us that are still in our kid like form of washing our face, it's definitely time to grow up. Now, when you say, what does that routine look like? Again, I'm going to have to go back to, that's a case by case basis. So I do encourage everyone to get in front of an esthetician, whether you're just making a consultation appointment so that you know you're buying the right products for your face, or if you want to treat yourself and go see an esthetician for an actual service and also receive recommendations that way as well. But definitely get in front of a professional so that they can look at your skin, tell you your skin type, and then tell you how to move accordingly when it comes to buying products. Because a lot of the times I'm seeing different clients just trial and error, So I'm like, what are you using on your
Yeah.
skin? And they're like, I bought this from over here, and I bought this, and then this person said on TikTok that they use this, so I got some of that. And a lot of the times when you're getting references off of what someone else is using on their skin, it's a 50-50 chance that that's not going to work for you, because you guys aren't of the same genetics, So we
Yeah.
have to focus on what works for us. But just like a basic picture of what your skincare routine should look like is a simple routine is simply a cleanse, a tone, you moisturize, and you SPF. That should be your
Okay.
basic 4 steps. At nighttime, it's obviously 3 steps because you'll need your SPF, right? So you cleanse,
Yeah.
you tone, you moisturize, go to sleep. It's really that basic. But it can be a 5 step, it can be a 10 step. It depends on what we're working on. So if you're trying to eliminate acne or work on discoloration, or in the words of one of my clients, look like Halle Berry, you have some things that you have to do so that you can get that skin nice and tight. So
Yeah.
it just depends on what your goals are. But basic form, you wash, you tone, you moisturize, your SPF. That's this rule of thumb.
Okay. Okay. Do you have some I know your skin. How would you categorize your skin if you're comfortable talking about that?
Absolutely. I have like combination to normal skin. So like many people, my skin kind of changes up a little bit depending on the weather. So in the
Mm-hmm.
summertime, I can be a little bit more oily. Wintertime, I for sure get a little bit more dry. So I do
Mm-hmm.
change out my products depending on the season and how my skin is responding to the season. So that
Okay.
is one of the things and benefits of seeing an esthetician, at least on a quarterly basis, just to kind of know when to change it up, what you should be changing it to, and different things like that. Because again, we all are unique. Everyone's body does something different. So
Mm-hmm.
skin is the same.
Okay. And how what is combination skin? Is that just like a mix of dry and oily? Because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I am trying to figure out myself.
Yes, yeah. So
Okay.
combination, the combination could be a combination between normal to oily, normal to
Okay.
dry, maybe dry and oily, depending on the. So it could be a
Okay.
combination of the 5 different things that goes on with the skin, but um, you don't know until you know. So you got to come see me. Yeah,
That is true. I do need to come see
you
you. I
got
do.
to come see
I
me so we can figure it out together. I promise.
do. Okay. Well, as a person who has combination, did you say combination to normal?
Yeah.
Okay. Combination to normal skin. What is your holy grail moisturizer. That's what I really love. I love moisturizer. That's one thing I feel
Moisturizer,
like
me
I can invest
too.
in.
My absolute favorite moisturizer is by a brand that I carry. It's a
Okay.
esthetician medical grade brand. It's Face Reality, very popular. I'm sure you probably
Okay.
seen it on Instagram. Face
Yeah.
Reality, their cran peptide moisturizer is like
Okay.
chef's kiss. It's amazing. I want to say like 90% of my clients are on that moisturizer. I do have like other options for different skin concerns, but it's so universal. It's so moisturizing. It's so glowy. It just does all these things, and you're like, it's a moisturizer, yes, and then you look that bomb when you put it on. So it's light. It's summertime and wintertime worthy. It's just so many things. So
Ooh.
my go-to product would be the Cran Peptide Moisturizer by Face Reality, 100%.
Okay. Okay. That's a an investment.
It
It is. It is.
is.
It's
That
an
is an
investment.
investment.
tell me tell me how or why you think investing in your skincare is such an important investment. The reason we're talking about investing in ourselves is because, like, like we do so many things for instant gratification. We do so many things that make us feel good right now. Like, you might go out and have a great time, and you might come home and you need to do your skincare, but it would just feel so much better to go to sleep, or at least you think it
Right.
would. So you just go to sleep.
Right.
Why is it so important for us, especially people around my age or a little younger, for us
Mm-hmm.
to be focusing on our skincare or investing, buying the better products, getting to know our skin type, seeing an
Yeah.
esthetician now versus later?
Well, it goes back to, like I mentioned earlier, always prevention is better than correction. So, one of the things I tell my younger clients, or even any of my clients that are struggling with skin concerns, is to look at the elders in your family. Look at your mom, look at your grandmother, right? Aunties, even uncles. See what's going on with their skin, and know that that is a possibility that you're up next, because that's in your bloodline. So, that's genetics, babes. We can't get around that. So if we see some things, and we love our people, okay, but we know that generation before us and the one before them, skin concerns and care and facials, that wasn't a thing, right? So now
Yeah.
that we're on track of trying to better ourselves, let's look and see where they went wrong, okay, unintentionally. Some of the things
Yeah.
that we don't like, whether it's dark circles, whether it's acne scars, hyperpigmentation, different things. The cigarette smokers of the family with the indentations on the skin. Look at those things and know where it comes from, and then say, how can I move differently to prevent that? Okay,
Yeah.
what skincare products should I invest in, because I see some of this and this trying to come up, or I see this in my family line. What should I do? And that's where that professional comes in, right? To try to guide you and tell you what you currently need or what you should start using. So if in fact you want to always look your best self without the plastic surgery and the different things that helps correct you when it's all downhill, okay, then you want to
Mm-hmm.
get started sooner than later. It's only going to
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. When you know better, you do better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
That's what
Exactly
I'm
that.
hearing. Okay. Dog, I had a question. Oh, okay. So you mentioned earlier
Mm-hmm.
that a part of our skin issues is, or a part of how our skin looks is a reflection of our genetics. But a part of it is our diet as well. How we take care of
Very much so.
ourselves on the inside. Can you
Very
talk
much
to
so.
us a little more about that?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. So true. I always, and my clients probably can tell you, because they lay on my bed now and they just start telling on themselves, because they're like, I know you're gonna ask. I know you're gonna see this. So this is what happened. I ate a whole can of chocolate because it was my birthday, and this is why my forehead broke out. Or I had milk and cereal for dinner every night this week, and this is why my cheeks are breaking out. So literally, what you put inside your body shows up on your skin, whether you want to believe that or not. Your diet, it reflects in your skin. So you know how Halle Berry, right? We can look at her. Let's use her as an example. Body is tight, skin is snatched, but we know what kind of diet she has. From the physique that she has, we know that she takes care of her physical. All
Yeah.
of that plays a part in you staying young and youthful, from your body down to your skin. So Same thing with your skincare routine. You can have the best routine in the world, but if you're going to continue to ingest certain things and eat certain things and drink certain things that don't agree with your insides, it's always going to come out on your skin. There's no avoiding. So one of the things my clients already know is your skin is going to tell on you. So you might as well tell on you before I have to start asking these investigative questions, because what happened? What did we do? Okay, I know you got a habit of, did we do that this week, the last 2 weeks? They're like, actually, I did. Okay, so that's why I'm seeing X, Y, and Z, and here we are today. It's literally that simple. You correct your diet, your skin is automatically going to correct itself 100%.
Yeah. Well, you asking those questions just means you care. So it's like,
oh yeah, for sure. My goal is
they
to
can be
always
mad.
get down to the root of the issue. I don't want you to continuously show back up for the same thing. One of the things that I also preach to my clients is, I'm here to help you get on the right track. I don't want to take all your money. I want you to get on the right track. I want to see you quarterly, maybe every 6 months, because your skin is just that flawless. I found my routine. This is my holy grail. This works for me. If I need to change it up, I'll make another appointment in a few months and we'll see what I need to do. But I don't want you to be in the correction mode forever. But you do that to yourselves when we don't change and correct what we're consuming and what we're doing. And as you mentioned, I think you said earlier, like, it'll be more satisfying after you come from a night out just to go to bed. But if you know you got on a face full of makeup and you've been out all day sweating and doing all the things, okay?
Yeah.
One of the things I like to tell my clients is, that's like going to the gym, sweating real hard, and then coming home and getting in your bed saying, I'm too tired to take a shower. Would you ever? Would you ever do that? Absolutely not. So why would I go out, have a long day out in the world doing all the things, sweating, maybe not even sweating, but whatever the case may be, and the whole day from all the impurities that's in the environment that sat on my face, and I'm just going to go rub this face on the pillowcase and hope I don't break out tonight. You tell me the likelihood of that. It's not going to happen. So let's Yeah. Yeah, she said, now that you done spelled it out, I think I'm always gonna wash my face. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, yeah, points were made. Points were made.
Thank you. Yes. I like to make it real simple.
Okay, so now that we know that like what we're eating has a huge impact on what our skin is doing, what are some foods that you see? I don't want to say, because it's not about speed. It's not about what makes the fastest impact, but it's like, what are certain foods that you feel like, okay, these are really healthy for your body, and I can tell because your skin looks great. Like, what can we ingest?
Absolutely. To be completely honest with you, going back to the all natural phases of things, like making sure you're eating your nutrients, right? Getting your salads and your greens in, eating fruits, right? And I always recommend, because us women, especially when it comes to that monthly time, we have that craving, right? You have that one thing that you want, and it's like, find the healthy substitute. And sometimes that's trial and error, but I'd rather figure it out than to keep going down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, me personally, I'm on a fitness journey as well, so I've been getting my body together. So if anybody's in the gym, then once you're changing your diet and doing everything that you need to do to see your body start to change, your skin is going to just fall in line. So that just came from clean eating, so everybody's way of eating is different. So I can't really say like, go to this, that, and the third. But if you keep it clean, get your nutrients in with your natural vegetables. Do your juicing sometimes. Not Jamba Juice. That's sugar, guys. We're talking about, get your juicer or go to a juice bar and get your juices in. Fruits, vegetables, like, keep it so natural. Get your protein in with your salmon, chicken. Beef is kind of an issue. So I do have to have that conversation with certain clients, because excessive can do something different to the skin. And our meat out here in the US, unfortunately, is not pure. It's processed. So that also plays a part in triggering your skin and what happens with breakouts and things like that. So beef is cool in moderations from what I've seen over the years. But clients of mine that has had a heavy beef diet, it showed in their skin. I know that's not everyone, but that could be a concern. So those of you out there that are listening or watching, and red meat is a constant in your diet, consider, slowly but surely taking it away and seeing how that affects your body and your skin. And if all else fails, like I said, trial and error. Try your alternatives. They have Beyond Meat and different brands and this, that, and the other. So see what works for you, and then be intentional about the switch up so that you can preserve yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. I know
Thank
for
you.
me, recently I have noticed a difference in my skin. I have recently stopped eating meat, and I only eat I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, but I do eat fish and I do eat eggs. I be having to
Okay.
like give people the whole, cuz I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm on like this plant-based vegan." And they be
Right.
like, "But you eat fish."
Kind of,
It's too
sort of.
much. It's
Kind of,
too
sort
much.
of.
It's too
Yes.
much. But I've
Don't
noticed a
judge me.
difference in my skin. I've noticed a difference in my skin myself.
Absolutely.
I've never had like bad skin or really really bad
Right.
breakouts, but I know, like
Right.
you said, around that time of the month, like I used to get really bad acne in like the
Mm-hmm.
same places, like right up
Yep.
in, you know.
Yep.
Um, but I can attest, like I've seen a difference since I started changing my
Yes.
diets, just in
Yes.
the way that aside from like acne, or aside from acne, just in the way that my skin like looks, like it does
Yes.
glow a little more. I can say
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that diet matters. And that's good that you're able to tell by making that switch. So then now you know, okay, maybe I don't need to have an excessive meat diet because it does something different to my skin. So
Yeah.
I actually I like this side of me a little more. So I can do that in moderation and be okay with it because that means me preserving myself, right? And that's what people
Yeah.
also have to realize. It doesn't have to be no, never again. Just moderate, right? Like, let's not do
Yeah.
it weekly, right? Let's make it a once a month treat. Let's do it every so often,
Mhm.
celebrate and do it for a birthday. But when we overdo it, overkill, yeah, that's when we run
Mhm.
into our issues. So that's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're experimenting and you figuring things out. Okay, now we're cleaning ourselves out from the inside out. For real, it starts on the inside.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. You mentioned that you're on your own fitness journey, which I've been seeing, and you look great. You're on your own fitness journey, and I'm sure that, of course, like when you exercise, it pushes a lot of the toxins out of your body, right? So anything that you might ingest that like was not sitting well, you probably shouldn't have had
Yes,
it. Your
yes,
body is naturally like, okay, we're done with this. Have you noticed a
absolutely.
difference in, what differences have you noticed in like your body and your, like in the way that your body moves and functions,
Hmm.
and in your skin, since you started working out for it?
Absolutely. In my body, I mean, the results are resulting, you know. So
Yeah, yeah,
we're shedding all things, so that's the blessing first and foremost.
yeah.
It. I mean, you're more energized. You feel lighter. Um, it's just so many benefits to really changing up the eating in my skin. Some of my concerns were I used to have like this permanent discoloration that used to be right here on my cheeks. But for a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people who don't know, your cheeks especially tells on you. Like that's your gut. Your gut. So any breakouts that's
Really?
happening right along here, that's what you're eating 100%. And I was a sweets fanatic for a very long time. Still have a sweet tooth. Like, oh my God, love it. But now that I see, like, okay, it's the sugar that's causing the discoloration in my skin. So I have to keep it at bay. And I also know when I'm doing too much because then here comes the breakouts. And it's like, that was that such and such I ate 2 nights ago. You didn't waste no
Mm-hmm.
time. Okay. So now that I can, see what's going on, and like you said, the process of elimination with your meat, same thing with my diet. When I just started to naturally take certain things out because it just wasn't serving my body as a whole, and not only
Mm-hmm.
was I able to easily drop the weight, but like I said, I see it in my skin. And most importantly for me, I'm an esthetician. Okay, you're not supposed to walk around with bad skin, girl. Get it together.
Yeah.
So it's just been amazing. Like my diet, I actually, because I've changed my diet, have a lesser step process in my skincare routine. So it's less
Okay.
correcting and more maintaining. So that's a
Mm.
beautiful thing too. I went from 6 steps to 4. So that matters, right? Because yes, we
Mm-hmm.
want to invest, but we don't want to have to do it unnecessarily. So if you're meaning to tell me I can save money on not purchasing 2 products by simply changing the way I eat, I'm here for it. It's a
Yeah.
win-win for sure.
Yeah. First of all, that's a really good piece of advice. Like a lot of us, that's a really, really good piece of advice. And that's something I
Yes.
never even thought about. Like,
Yeah.
yes, of course, we're supposed to be yes, please wash your face every day.
Right.
Yes, please
Yes.
tone. Please use your
Yes.
SPF. But
Yes.
also, like, if you eat the right foods, if you take care of yourself,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
changes things.
Yes, because a lot of skincare routines, especially in women, we have corrective serums, right? We use serums, and serums
Yeah.
are, of course, a big thing across the internet right now. It's like, "Ooh, what do I use? This one just came out, and this one does this." So there's so many different serums that does X, Y, and Z to the skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you correct the issue from the inside, you don't have to use 3 and 4 different serums to correct skin issues. You correct it
Yeah.
by simply removing those things out of your body. So now you don't produce those negative things that were happening on your skin. So yeah, it saves you in more ways than
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was good. That was real
Okay,
good. Ooh,
I'm
sorry.
here to help.
No, you're dropping gems. You're dropping
Yeah.
gems. No, yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like I had a question before we started talking about the gym.
Okay.
Dog, I can't remember. But since you mentioned your sweet tooth,
Okay.
there is this ice cream. And it's like a vegan ice cream. It's called So Delicious. They have like a snickerdoodle flavor. It's made with
Oh,
cashew milk. You've tried it?
yes. Yes, 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 yes. You are absolutely right. That is my substitute. That is my, because I'm an ice cream fiend. Oh my God. That is one of my favorite substitutes of all time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you on the right track. That's it right there. Those are one of my favorites.
Have you tried the is it chocolate peanut butter? Have you
I
tried that one?
haven't. I tried like a mocha something, like a mocha almond something they have.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's good. That's my favorite.
That sounds real good.
My
I'm gonna have to
favorite.
try
I'm just
that. I'm
saying.
like,
I'm just saying. And
I'm
that's
like,
the thing, though. Like, it's healthier alternatives out there. We don't know until we try, right? We get
yep,
so stuck on one thing, and then a lot of us are stubborn and saying, "Well, that's all I know, and that's all I like." You don't know until you
yes,
try, you know. So
yes.
that's a great alternative, though. So I hope the people go out there and buy them one of those.
No, no, they should. They should. It's really good. I'm
It
like,
is.
if you're not vegan, people who aren't into vegan things, they just get turned off just across the
Exactly.
board.
Exactly.
Fix your mind, okay?
Thank you.
Fix your
Thank
mind because
you.
that ice cream is so bomb.
And
Like
it's
I
definitely
can't
one of
stop talking
those
about
don't
it.
knock it till you try it kind of a things, because take the vegan word out and baby, that's the ice cream bar. Stop playing.
It's just a
Like,
regular ice
stop
cream.
playing. They did that
No,
up, okay?
no, it's so good. It's so
Yes, it
good.
is.
No, yeah. Well, Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much for dropping gems on
Of
us.
course.
Taking the time to remind us to, yes, invest in your skincare, but also switch up our diet, switch up
Switch it
what we're
up.
doing with our body, and speak to an esthetician. Okay,
And
even if you're
that's
not
it.
having no problem with your skin,
Yep.
please go see Alyssa.
Just
Okay.
get some advice. Just simply get some advice and make sure you're on the right track. That's one of the things I do in my consultations. We just review what you're already using, review your
Mm-hmm.
skin concerns, and see if it's a yes or a no. That's it. So let's
Yeah.
just start basic, right? Don't think too
Yes.
hard. Don't go too far down the road. Let's just baby step this thing and see where we can wind up. That's it.
Yeah. But I promise when y'all go, y'all gonna keep going. Y'all gonna keep going. Like the vibe she brings. Tell them where they can reach you,
Yes,
where they can
so
find you.
find me on Instagram at Elite Glow Lab. I'm located in Delamo Mall Fashion Center, right next door to Dave and Buster's. Definitely taking new clients right now, so feel free to book. First time client deals are on my booking site, so take a look at that as well. But most importantly, you can find me on Instagram. Follow me, DM me any questions or concerns you may have. I am a skin fanatic, skin junkie. I love to talk these things. It never irritates me. It doesn't get old. So reach out, and I'd love to discuss it with you.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so
I
excited to
am
book my
too.
appointment. I
I
will
can't
make
wait to
sure
have
to.
you, girl, and bring your mama with you. Tell her I said it.
Oh. No, I will. I will.
She said, not her again.
No, I will. We'll have back to back appointments. That's
Yes,
what we
I
need.
need
We need back
that.
to
I
back.
need that. I need that energy up in here. I miss it.
I know. I know. I will make sure to tag Alyssa's information, her
Please.
Instagram, her booking site down below. So like If you have any questions, if you're interested in booking, you already see what we're working with. Okay, you see the skin is going good, you see the vibes are good, you see the chemistry is
Thank
good.
you.
You feel me?
Thank you.
So you can make sure to book with Alyssa.
Yes, come on down. Like you said, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And it doesn't have to be people hear investment and they think like, oh, I'm about to go drop a bag. It ain't a bag. It ain't a
Yeah,
bag, y'all. It's just a
yeah,
little something. The same thing you go to the club and spend on drinks and getting in, you can spend that on your skin. I promise you.
yeah. You're right. You're right. So I'm like, it's sounding like you'll be back in the classroom.
I for sure
Yeah.
will come back. I love it here and I love me some Jasmine, so ain't no way I'm not coming back. What?
Well, y'all heard her. Alicia's coming back to the classroom. We don't know when, but be ready for her, okay?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you.
I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Thanks for having me.